Since we last left off, I built a house. That house has a front yard and a backyard with a beachfront view with some weird-ass chairs and a boat doing nothing. It is not about this boat that is doing absolutely nothing. It is about the dock that I've built with sideways wood right next to my lookout tower. And I know what you're thinking to yourself, wow, this is pretty friggin' weak. If only it had a Zen garden. So what I did was I made one and the chicken showed up. And as I was building it, he got really annoying, so I fucking killed him. Now you can relax in peace with the sound of waterfalls. After killing the chicken, I was still on a warpath of destruction, so I decided to whack down that stupid tower that stood nowhere in the middle of my town wall, making it look utterly ridiculous, and then killed the sheep in fire. After I killed the sheep in fire, I got my glees off, I started to calm down, and I finished constructing the wall that goes around my whole town, and I made a big door with a drawbridge on the other side for my castle that's going to end up in the middle. I can't stand the excitement anymore. I heard a faint noise from the distance of skeletons, so I started to explore a little bit, and what I found was a skeleton spawner. So what I did was I made a little crappy trap around it, and I ventured out and said I'm going to collect bones and arrows and venture and make this into a gigantic house outside with a little bit of lava pit so I could burn stuff that I really don't like. And inside that gigantic house outside, I'm gonna have little lily pads making a pathway to the front of this house that's going to host cake. I don't know why I felt like making a cake house factory inside of the skeleton spawner, but I did, and when I went down the basement, I found myself eye to eye with a little slime, and what I did was killed him, then went upstairs to my den of storage where I store all my stuff, all my blocks and tools and stuff and such. And as I was going in there to check out my TNT, all of a sudden I heard some noises from the back. I spun around, and what was it? It was a big-ass slime looking to take vengeance against his little slime that just got his ass kicked. So I took my bread down, I got my sword out, and I was like, oh, alright, I could do this. And then, not gonna lie, he did kick my ass a little bit. He did beat the shit out of me. Then after I was done beating him so profusely and taking his slime and XP, I went over to the area where I store my gunpowder to check out how much gunpowder I need, because I knew I needed some and I only had 5 left, and I was trying to make some throw-in potions. I had to venture back outside to go kill some creepers. I got a bunch of creepers, then all of a sudden I heard it in the distance. It was 2, not 1, 2 Endermen, and they were just sitting there. So what I do, I ran over because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get Ender Eyes and make an Ender Chest, because Ender Chest is like super uber and everything. So it was like, I ran over towards them, and then I didn't notice the spiders next to them, and so what happened was the spiders started attacking me as they started attacking me, so I backpedaled a little bit, pulled my bow out. I wasn't really too successful with that. They approached me, and then everything approached me, the 2 Endermen and the spiders, and they kind of just beat my ass to death. So I lost all my stuff, and then once I lost my stuff, I figured I'll just go back and get it again. And so you can see me here. I'm underneath the water trying to be all stealthy just in case the stuff is still out there. But I'm trying to get back before it's daytime, but you can see, no. The Endermen were gone. I got my ass beat for Endermens. I wanted those for the Ender Chests. So when I went back over, I collected all my stuff, and I wandered. And then I went back because I forgot 2 things like an idiot, like a nub that I actually am. So I took this opportunity. I said, you know what, since I'm outside and it's daytime, I might as well collect some mushrooms, because I'm going to need mushrooms to make those spider eyes so I could make these throwing potions of death. And so what I did was I started to collect some of these mushrooms, and as I was collecting them, I also sat back and used my Silk Touch pick to get some mushroom bits to make my floor. After I was done getting a whole bunch of those, I went downstairs to check out my cocoa farm. I seen it was ready to be done, so I pressed my button, booyah, and all the stuff came off the wall, and I got all my cocoa beans, because I'm about to make some cookies for my cake, and not really cookies for my cake, but you know what I'm saying. So to make my cake and cookies, I figured I'd have to go and farm out my wheat farm. So I went into my wheat farm room that I had just recently made, and all of a sudden I heard a whole bunch of zombies in the background. I didn't pay no mind to that shit, so I was like, you know what, hey, forget it. I'm just gonna get my wheat, and I'm gonna just get my stuff going and grooving, Boom. So I clicked a button and all my wheat starts coming down. I picked it up and then I went into my watermelon room. And out of my watermelon room I picked up all the stuff. From there I clicked the button and all the stuff dropped down. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to make a little path all the way up to where I hear them zombies. So I started making a path all the way up to where I hear them zombies. I put ladders up there and then I went to the top of the ladder. And what I find? Boom! Damn right! It was a zombie spawner. So what I did was I lit it up and I made a room around it 9 by 9 and said, you know what? Now I have everything in one little area because I already got a cave spider spawner and I already have a zombie spawner and I mean a skeleton spawner. Now I got a zombie spawner. Booyah! So I cleared out the whole room and I made it 9 by 9. You can see right there I put two little pieces with mechanical in the background. Those little spots that are missing in the wall. That's where water current's gonna go because there's a new wave sort of zombie beast thing because the water makes too much noise, so I figured I put the water on when zombies are in it and then I shut it off when they're not in it. So what I did was I looked up at the zombie pit and I was like, you know what, zombie pit, I'm going to make you into a zombie trap and I'm going to rob all your materials from you. So I backed up a second and said, looked at it again and said, zombie pit, you're mine. I'm going to totally make a zombie trap out of you. And then I looked at it again and I said, you know what? Never mind. So I looked at you guys and I was like, hey guys, guess what? And so I cleared out the room. I made it 9 by 9. Came outside, put a little switch on the wall for the water like I said. You know, so the water, when I click it, it automatically works and it'll stop when I don't want it to work. So I flipped the switch and booyaka! Look at that. It put the water on. So I don't know why I say booyaka so much. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, then I tested it and it was working. I seen the zombies coming down the shaft like, and then I walked over to my little spot that I have, and on the left side, that's the part to go up to the top of the world, and the piston that activates the zombies to fall. And in the middle, that's where the zombies fall. And on the right, obviously, it's a switch. I didn't think I had to tell you guys that, but whatever. So I looked at it one more time, and I was like, And then I said, forget it. I'm going to look at it from a different angle. No, actually, I clicked the button there, and then you could see all the zombies. They started mounting up. So I collected all the XP from the zombies, and I just looked at it from a different angle. And then I just went over there, and I just went to town. I just started beating their little legs in. So they fell and dropped meat, and there was only one left, and I just beat his little legs in, took all the meat, and now that's the room. So I gotta clear this room out, and that's what I'm up to right now. I'm clearing out this room. Next episode, this room should be done. It will be a video of me building out this room, and for anybody who wants that zombie trap, I will have it in the description, a way to build it. Minus I might actually do it with the piston so you can activate the water, depending on how many people want to see that. So that might be the next video of me building that, or that might be already in the descriptions. I don't know, but till next time, this has been the adventure of me. Yeah. Peace.